snow is melting and I'm sitting here thinking about something that I wanted to bring up with you guys about how our minds have all of these tabs open. Well, right when we're trying to sleep. Have you ever felt like that? Like your mind all the time, maybe like you have 100 million tabs open on this mind computer inside of us with all these things that are flashing for our attention. Right when we want to rest, right when we're laying in bed, right when we're exhausted, but it's keeping you awake, keeping your mind spinning, keeping you in those thought patterns, and you can't sleep until you close these things. And so I just wanted to talk about what's happening when we have all these, when we're laying in bed with all these thoughts spinning, and how to feel better and fix this. So our minds are like a computer, and if we don't shut it down properly during the day, all those conversations that we had today are still in there. The emails that we haven't sent yet are in there. The decision about what we want to do isn't in there. The goals that we haven't achieved that we're working on. The people we forgot to check in with, And then even those are like in the front tabs. And then in the back tabs, there's like scenarios we're trying to control, things we wish we could have fixed or changed, like past scenarios, changes we know we need to make, relationships we know that need support and help. And all of this is kind of in another layer of tabs. And there's unexpected memories that are coming up, new anxiety about tomorrow, concerns about the choice we might have made today and how that's going to reflect on the future. And so I wanted to talk about this because there's a reason that we keep all these open. We are afraid that we'll forget something important, or we think that keeping these thoughts active mean we care more and we'll forget. And so we believe that being on all the time makes us more productive. But sometimes we're just carrying so much responsibility for ourselves and other people and planning for everybody else. And when we have all these tabs open, it just slows down your mind. You become overwhelmed and anxious and spinning. It's so important to start closing some of these tabs before we happen to eventually crash out and lose the ability to focus on what really matters. So when we have too many tabs open, we're really distracted, and we start to struggle to find happiness and joy in the present moment, and it's so important that we recognize usually if that's happening, you already know, because you're laying in bed and you know the feeling of this, and it might be really even more frequent than once in a while. And I think that it's so important to learn to close these tabs before we go to sleep. I know for me it is. What I recommend is to understand, think of each thing and honor each thought. Kind of sort your tabs. So what needs your urgent action? What could be done in the future? What could somebody else help you with? And what tabs actually truly need to be actually open right now? And which ones are harming you from keeping you awake and not helping at all? And which ones maybe can you just release altogether and you don't even have to worry about it? So what I like to do before I go to bed is brain dump everything in my mind. Then I can have kind of closing all of my tabs on write down, this is for tomorrow, this is for next week, this is for another day. And give myself permission to close them off. I don't have to solve every issue tonight. My worthiness is definitely not measured by my productivity. And my rest is important, and it's important for my health, it's important for my mental health. And so creating some sort of nighttime practice of seeing all the tabs that you have open, brain dumping them onto paper, do that in a journal. I like to journal a lot, so I'm always journaling and I can get that out of my mind. But ask yourself, what can wait till tomorrow? And do I even have the power to change this thing right now? Is this tab actually helping me or hurting me? Things like that. So you can ask yourself some questions. and write things down and kind of prioritize what's actually important and say, this can rest right now. Peace is more important than this right now. And so that's how I like to think about it, because I have been the person who has a million tabs going at one time, and I struggle to, by the time you're laying there and you feel that and you haven't done anything, then it's too late, right? So you need to write this down and then trust that everything will be right there for you in the morning. And nothing is lost. You can write down any thoughts, any notes, any ideas, things like that. And just remind yourself you've saved this stuff for tomorrow. And you can even visualize yourself like closing tabs. Yep, that one's done, that one's done, that one's done. That's what I do. And then I trust that I can rest. Okay, I can rest. I've organized this. I'm sorted out. I don't need all these tabs open. And I certainly don't need all these tabs open to be a good friend or a responsible woman or a productive business person or anything. Your mind deserves rest. So that rest is of the most importance, because that's what's going to fuel your day tomorrow to be able to do the stuff on the tabs. So if you don't get any rest, that's no good. So I just wanted to share that, because I hear so many people that are spinning with their thoughts and talking in my community about overwhelm and stuff. And a lot of that we take to bed with us. And then when we don't get a good night's sleep, it like repeats tomorrow and the next day. And it's actually, all of that overthinking is really toxic, because it just weighs on us and weighs on us. And I really feel that it's important to put those to bed and then pick it up in the morning and try and go on. But yeah, I mentioned my community. If you want to join the free community, it's called Create, Heal, Shine, and I'll leave a link below this, and we'd love to have you join us. But if you're someone that lies awake at night with a mind full of racing thoughts, just know that you're totally not alone. And there is a way to sort that out and get some peace again. So give yourself a break, honor your sleep, honor your mental health, and write stuff down, close out those tabs, and then go to bed. All right, I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye, friends.